If you are an overwhelmed mom trying to create healthy routines, this channel is for you. But for today, I'm going to be showing you what I eat in a day realistically to hit over 120 grams of protein. All of these meals I'm eating are high in protein, but also very simple, nothing complicated, just easy recipes that help me hit my protein goals while also building healthy habits. So for breakfast, I'm doing something a little bit unusual for most people, but it does have over 40 grams of protein, so this is a must try. So I'm taking about 5 ounces of ground beef. I already had meal prep from a different day, and then half a cup of egg whites and just stirring it on up, mixing it until it is fully cooked through, and then adding a cup of rice. If you guessed breakfast fried rice, you are correct. I really like to make this on a high protein day where I need a lot of protein and carbs for a workout day. I top it off with a little bit of soy sauce and sriracha, and it's pretty much made in under 10 minutes because I've already meal prepped the ground beef and then I just mixed everything on stovetop really fast. I always cook this on medium heat and you'll just keep mixing until everything is incorporated and fully cooked through and you're all good to go. I'm just going to put up a screenshot of my fitness tracking app I use, but it just shows how much carbs, protein that this meal includes, and it's super high protein, great for the first thing that you eat in a day. And I understand if fried rice is not your normal thing that you would make, but you could always make something easier that you don't have to cook on the stovetop, like Greek yogurt or scrambled eggs. And don't forget to add your sriracha heart because always remember you love yourself. And then for lunch, we're going to be eating something that has over 40 grams of protein as well. You only need a couple ingredients. All I'm doing for this one is using a can of salmon, a third cup of Greek yogurt, seasoning with a little bit of salt and pepper and sriracha, and then just mixing it up really good. There's no stovetop necessary for this. You can pretty much make this in under 10 minutes as well. And like I said before, these are all simple, quick recipes that make sure that you are eating high protein without all the hassle of trying to create perfect, intricate meals for every single time that you're eating high protein meals. So this is basically my play on a cheap sushi roll. For assembly, all you need is your seaweed, a little bit of rice on each piece of seaweed, and then top it with your salmon that you have prepped. And then I will just add a little bit of the Japanese seasoning, and of course, you guessed it, a little sriracha heart. For portioning, I pretty much did half a spoonful of the salmon mixture I made, and then half a spoonful of the rice, and I think I ate about 7 of these until it was pretty full, so I still had a little bit left over of the salmon mixture, and you can either eat that plain or you can scoop it up with some chips or cucumbers, whatever you want to do. It was actually my first time making these for lunch, and I will say it was actually pretty great. The only thing I do wish is that I maybe had some avocado or cucumber, but had none of those in my fridge, so it is what it is. It was still really good. Last meal of my day, I'm making this actually before I went to work in the evening, and I'm also using it as meal prep, so I made about 3 servings for this. This high protein meal also has 40 grams of protein, and I will just let you keep thinking about what I'm making with all these ingredients. But for my stovetop things I need to do is boil the eggs. I did boil the potatoes off camera, and then I'm just sauteing my chicken breast really quickly. You can season your chicken with anything, but I just did a very basic salt, pepper, garlic powder, and that was it. So I'm just browning my chicken on both sides. Once I'm finished cooking my chicken all the way through, I'm going to start peeling my eggs, and then I am also going to be rinsing them off, and I'm doing a rough chop on the potatoes and my hard-boiled eggs as well. You can see here that I'm cutting my potatoes about maybe an inch. And if you haven't guessed it yet, I am making a potato salad with a side of simple cubed up chicken. You can always put your chicken in your potato salad or on your side, or you can even choose a different protein if you would like. But I really like this because when I'm going to work and I'm driving or I have to bring it to work, I can easily eat this without a microwave. So as I said, I'm just rough chopping my eggs. You can make them smaller if you want to, but I'm just trying to be quick. And then once I'm finished with this, I just wanted to mention that each portion will have a third cup of Greek yogurt, 2 hard-boiled eggs, and then 5 ounces of these baby potatoes. Yes, I am adding pickles and hot sauce and stuff, but I'm not counting that in my calories because I'm not going that crazy with counting my stuff. I just want to make sure that I am adding all of my main ingredients like protein or carbs. So now that I've gotten everything chopped up, I'm just adding 1 cup of the Greek yogurt and then adding all my seasonings like the hot sauce. I am using a Frank's and then salt and pepper. One thing I do want to mention is when you're meal prepping like bigger portions of food, once you've mixed it, always try it before you are just completely finished with it. For me, I always season, mix, I taste it, and then I season it probably once more. Also, just emphasizing that you don't always have to meal prep so many days in a row. I usually like to meal prep like 3 days in a row because after that point, I get very tired of the food and I just won't end up eating it. Also, just keep pulling up high protein recipes because you'll see that it's not as boring as you would assume. It's not just all chicken and rice or chicken and broccoli and rice. There are so many different high protein meals that you can make. Even for me, I know that like the breakfast fried rice is not like a usual thing that people would really eat. I just can't eat eggs and Greek yogurt every single morning, so I had to zhuzh it up a little bit. Anyways, I am actually meal prepping this for when I go to work, so I'm just adding my 3.5 ounces of chicken breast, and then however much I portioned my 1/3 of the potato salad. I want to say it was 12 ounces, but just that potato salad alone, it came out to 20 grams of protein. So in total, this meal came out to be 40 grams of protein for the chicken and the potato salad. So yep, that was a realistic day of me eating 120 grams of protein. Before I started meal prepping, I always used to think that hitting over 100 grams of protein, I would just have to constantly consume protein shakes, but I hope this showed you that that is not the case. If you are an overwhelmed mom who is trying to create healthy habits, eat higher protein, make sure that you're taking care of yourself, this channel is for you. We are growing here spiritually, physically, and mentally. That sounds helpful for you. I hope that you will subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.